this is not a big issue. I have no idea why this is a big issue. See, people need to read first and understand. Denis Villeneuve, what he said specifically. People see, when you just say, oh, Marvel are cut and paste movies, it's very easy to be like, oh, that's dismissive. Read the article. He says that directors can add some color to it, but it's still the same format. And there's still a consistent format that you have to follow. So some directors can actually veer a bit off that format, but not too far away. And he says it takes nothing away from the movies, but they are what they are. And it's not a bad thing. Like, Kevin Feige obviously says there is a particular mold you have to fit in order to be part of the MCU. And the reason why people like the MCU is the same reason why people like McDonald's. It is something that it's basic, it hits the point, and it doesn't veer off what we want. So it's not too risky, it's not too crazy, it's not too mad, but you're just giving people what they want. And there's nothing bad about that. Why didn't Edgar Wright do Ant-Man? You know, the guy who did Hot Fuzz, who did Shaun of the Dead, why didn't he do Ant-Man? He didn't do Ant-Man because he obviously wanted to do something that was drastically different from the format that Kevin Feige wanted. Villeneuve is right. Why isn't Scott Derrickson doing the sequel to Doctor Strange? Because he wanted to make a straight-up horror sequel because he thought, no, this is exactly where it needs to go. And Kevin Feige was, you know what? That's a little bit too risky. Sorry, I'm going to bring someone else. Obviously, I mean, Raimi. So, guys, it's not a bad thing, and it's not to be taken as an insult. Because when you just hear copy and paste, it's like, oh, he thinks Marvel movies are bad. But when you actually read the article and he says that there is a particular format that guys have to adhere to, which is like copy and pasting. And some directors can add a little bit to it. But when you look at the MCU films as a whole, Kevin Feige wants them to have a particular thread. So comedy has to be inputted and gags have to be inputted, and that's what it is. Winter Soldier could actually be a truly exceptional film. But the reason what stops Winter Soldier from being an amazing film by itself is because of the insistence of you have to have jokes here, you have to have the gags there and so forth. But it doesn't take away from the film because Winter Soldier is still an amazing film, but it's going to be a truly exceptional film if you didn't have to follow the MCU tropes. So it is what it is. So guys, man, relax, man. All because something is like McDonald's and is very easily digestible doesn't mean it's bad. It is just what it is. So freaking chill out. And that Matrix movie ain't the real Matrix because without the real Morpheus, it ain't freaking Matrix. Like, subscribe, one love.